With all travel restrictions to Ireland lifted, we were back and not alone. International visitation quickly ramping up. Lots of Americans on Dublin streets. During St. Patrick's Week this year, Dublin Airport reporting the biggest traveler numbers since the pandemic began. Travel to Ireland is back. Our own journey began in Dublin Bay, on Ireland's eastern shores, where the Vikings would have landed to establish this city back in 841 AD. And today, a UNESCO biosphere for all the wildlife that call this place home. Shane O'Doherty lives it and shares his passion for this area by leading hikes along this sweeping stretch of coast that cover its history, culture, and also its bounty.
Yeah, maybe that's what brought people here in the first place. When we have an intertidal zone, we have the Dublin Bay prawns. There's like a tidal gyre out there that creates the best conditions for the production of the food and the plankton that all the shellfish eat. So we got some of the best seafood in the world.
And when we put that theory to the test at the Brass Monkey set on the waterfront in the fishing village of Howth, he was right. A beachy haven indeed, just 15 minutes outside downtown Dublin. We headed southwest next, 90 minutes by car, to Kilkenny, a beautifully preserved snapshot of Ireland's medieval past. The city of Kilkenny, probably the best preserved medieval city in all of Ireland, where history and charm, I mean, look at these beautiful stone walls, can be found at pretty much every corner. More than 800 years of history here, on display at the new Medieval Mile Museum, housed inside a church built in 1205, and at beautiful Kilkenny Castle, which dates back to 1192 and welcomes visitors year-round. For those who live here, yesteryear is a source of pride, but so is what's modern and new.
Well, we're kind of the envy of Ireland, okay? We're kind of like the Paris of Ireland. We're cosmopolitan as well as being medieval. We mix it all up. We have beautiful boutique hotels that embrace our history as well. With our restaurants, we've got 2 Michelin star restaurants in this county and city. So the food, it's amazing, and we have amazing festivals all the time. There's always something to do in Kilkenny.
In the city's new Butler Gallery, a 200-year-old building housing modern Irish art, and it's free to the public. And then it was off to the west, to the wild Atlantic Way and the historic city of Limerick. Along the River Shannon, King John's Castle, a stunning 13th century landmark that now, post-pandemic, brings ancient games to life through immersive, interactive activities. Again, a tangible connection to history in a sweeping setting. And speaking of ancient games, a lesson in hurling at Limerick's Gaelic grounds. It stretches back 3,000 years, the fastest field game on earth, and a source of regional pride here.
Like, you can't be signed or you can't move team or anything like that, so you have to play with where you're from. So that's the real connection with people and pride of place and stuff, you know. So yeah, look, it's who we are, it's what we do, and it's part of being Irish, I think.
I won't be going pro anytime soon, but
hit it so hard he's after breaking the hurling.
My visit here will not be soon forgotten. We've earned a pint now, or 2. Limerick's Treaty City Brewery opened shortly before the pandemic, survived it thanks to local support, part of a craft beer explosion across Ireland these days. The whimsy on the walls is telling. It's all about embracing an ancient pastime here, but with creativity and innovation.
We've been doing this, Gabe, for 10,000 years. Yeah. We've been doing exactly what we're doing. We're sitting down around a couple of pints, maybe telling a story and getting a fire. This is genetic. This is in our blood. And we wanted to take that and keep it with a mind of the past and who we are and where we're from, but we are looking forward.
Cheers to that. And cheers to luxury. Lux Travel bouncing back too. Brisk bookings at the K Club in County Kildare, about 30 minutes outside Dublin. Sites by Segway here, a novel way to take in the 550 acres that include 2 championship golf courses. And inside, gilded glamour, refurbished during the pandemic in true 5-star style. Help us make the gourmet afternoon tea service here as stylish as it is delicious. And back in Dublin, a reminder that the country's literary sons and daughters are revered here. It is the 100th anniversary of James Joyce's Ulysses. Many call it the greatest literary work of the 20th century. The Museum of Literature has the original copy, published in 1922. And Sweeney's is still open, the only Dublin shop referenced in the book that remains just as it was.
Chemists were great. They worked here, but they never threw anything out. They never changed anything. So when you come to Sweeney's, you're walking back into the past, and the place is full of serendipity as well, the unexpected.
Literary buffs from all over the world shop for copies of Ulysses here in a slew of languages. And as our own visit comes to an end, a destination that was off limits for a while begins to feel familiar all over again, and the Irish people ready to offer 100,000 welcomes once more.
We want people to go home or leave here with this now on their footprint, part of their life, a place that they feel that they belong a little bit and that they understand what it means to be from here.
With videographer Paul Daniel, I'm Gabe Saglie for Travelzoo.